Welcome to Upminster Bridge.
So why are we in Upminster Bridge? Why did I decide to sport a just kidnapped sort of a look? All of these questions will be answered in the course of this video. First of all, where is Upminster Bridge? It's the penultimate station on the district line, the one before the terminus, Upminster. By the way, don't just sell with lux, that's my advice. We're in Upminster Bridge because we're walking from here to Hornchurch, the third station on the district line. I announced my intention to visit Upminster Bridge on social media, and I was told in one comment that, in no uncertain terms, the station was not only the most boring on the district line, but that the walk through Suburban Essex to Hornchurch was simply the pits. I like a challenge, and today I want to prove that idea wrong. After all, I've been to Colindale. Only joking, Colindalians. So let's get a little context. As previously stated, Upminster Bridge is just one stop in from Upminster on the district line. As shown on a tube map, it's here. But as shown on a street map, it's here. Over there on the other side of the road, beside the Windmill pub, on the left is Upminster Bridge itself. Upminster Bridge is a crossing of the river Ingrebourne, and the bridge is known to have existed since at least 1375. That's an older heritage than a lot of London outside the centre. Until 1892 the bridge was a wooden affair, but in that year the current brick bridge was opened, and the local tube station, which opened itself in 1934, needed a name, and so they thought, why not Upminster Bridge? The new stone and brick structure from 1892 contains a time capsule, a bit like Blue Peter used to do.
Okay, so far we can see lots of 20th century housing ahead. And turning here into Aldborough Road, we see more of the same.
Perhaps the walk was classed as dull, as there's quite a lot of interwar housing. Upminster Bridge Station was built in 1934, so we can assume that this housing dated from just after that.
Although these bungalows are not quite conforming to the same type. And I don't know if that one next door with the brown pebble dash has been rendered. I guess it has, because there's a semi-detached next door neighbour. It's rather quiet, truth to be known. But it's no more boring than... I don't know why anyone said it was boring. It's got its own charm because it's... I quite like these identical semi-detached houses on the right. And it's they're multicoloured in a way. So nothing wrong with that at all.
The river formed the boundary between the ancient parishes of Hornchurch and Upminster. The local street names, Bridge Avenue, Boundary Road, Hornminster Glen and Minster Way, allude to the nature of this location as a boundary between places.
It's got to be said that it's rather quiet. I don't think there's any chance of being mugged or anything around here. And you can walk across the road without fear of being run over. Just thinking how unusual it is for people to be holding gimbals in their hand, which I'm one, and iPhones attached. But I guess estate agents are doing it all the time. I must look like an estate agent. I just like going around neighbourhoods and filming things these days. And this is a car that you heard start up next to me. Don't know where they're going. Hope it's somewhere nice. Oh no, they're going in, shopping.
There's a tendency to mutter as you get older. life was certainly different before these newfangled changes. In 1919, the continuous urban sprawl of London stretched only as far as Brixton, Hammersmith, Ladbroke Grove and West Ham. By 1939, 20 years later, it had built up as far as Croydon, Uxbridge, Edgware and Upminster. Can you imagine being an old person in those days as the countryside you knew just disappeared?
We're coming to the end of Aldborough Road. I think there's an Aldborough in Suffolk, isn't that Benjamin Britten's place? And the first road we took was Norfolk Road. These are nice. What are they talking about? I mean, you should come to Kenton, mate. Sorry, Kenton people. Didn't mean that. I'm going to poke over the fence here. Yeah, Suburban back gardens. This road appears to be taking a bend, but according to the map I saw before, you can, where those trees are and the white van's going by, you can cut through. I apologise for the speeded up section there, because I know my future self is going to edit this and speed that bit up, because there's nothing to... You can't really make the road go faster if you're at walking speed, so it's a little editing trick that everyone uses when they're walking. Speed it up. Not everyone, a lot of people. Ooh, hazard. I've got to get across this road without getting run over. Let's see how this is going to be done in 2 steps. It now looks like I'm holding a speed gun. Ooh, we can do this in a while. I like to say there's a definite change of mood this side of the road, but no, basically there isn't. We do have a hall for hire. I guess that's a 50s built church with their local hall. We're in hope that didn't make the video a bit giddy. We're in Alma Avenue, which is one of the 19th century battles that roads are continually named after. You don't see El Alamein Street or I don't know what battles there have been since, quite a lot. But the Blenheims and the Marlboroughs, there were so many battles and military campaigns, the leaders of military campaigns that were honoured in mid 19th century road naming, and they're still doing it. I mean, this is obviously, couldn't date this, maybe 30s, 40s, 50s, no, I'd say interwar. But why were they calling roads after 19th century battles? Very odd. Of course, it could be Al McCogan. There might be many other. Wasn't there an Alma in Coronation Street as well? Okay, I'll have to look that one up. There's a guy, I think, who must be Japanese, or maybe it's a woman, and they do a channel called Sampo Stroll, and wordlessly they take a 4K camera around the streets of central London, say nothing, and then they'll see if something of interest just on the left or the right of the road they're walking down, and they will focus on it and show you what it is without explanation. It's just like you're there, but still mystified. Speaking of bungalows, this is very bungalow-tastic now. We've gone from semi-detached to bungalows. So some builder somewhere made that decision. Now we'll have a street of bungalows here, I think. And beyond the turn of Standen Avenue becomes housing again. I guess builders just do a mix of styles and budgets, so when they sold to people nearly 100 years ago, everyone had a go at affording a place in every area. So down another street, Standen Avenue. Well, this is Hutchins Close. Don't know what that was built on. That was obviously something that allowed some millennial type housing to be constructed. And otherwise, Pebble Dash area. So I'd like to add mysterious internet person who said this is the most boring, uninteresting route between two stations on the London Underground. Well, it wasn't. There was plenty to see along that route, and I'm summing up like this because I happen to know Hornchurch station is just here on the right. Italian cafe. Trophies of distinction, awards of distinction. The inevitable nail bar, but dancewear. Bloody hell.
There's a lot to Hornchurch. I think we're going to have to come back. We might do Hornchurch to Elm Park or something. I think I'm doing it a disservice by just saying we've arrived and that's that. We'll be back.
And so we have arrived.